Hello guys, how are you? This is me, Fasir Chaudhary from Los Angeles, California. I'm here today to discuss something about Islam, Bangladesh, Awami League government, and a little more about why we separated from Pakistan and what was the basis of separation. So I don't understand this one thing that the Bangladesh government and Sheikh Hasina, no disrespect towards her because she's one of us, one of our blood, and she's a good lady and she loves the people of Bangladesh. That is for sure. Doesn't matter she came to power through corruption or whatever, but everybody is corrupted. But my concern is when this government and law enforcement are trying to suffocate and oppress people who support Islamic politics, Islamic movements. My question is, what is wrong for people to support and want that they want a country on the basis of Islam? They want lands to be governed on the basis of Islam. They want Bangladesh to be governed on the basis of Islamic law. If we move back to like 1971, the fact that we were Pakistan before, and if we move back to 1947 and we read history and we really understand why was Pakistan made. Pakistan was made on the basis of Islam, on the basis that we are going to be a separate state who are going to be all Muslims. It's going to be a Muslim land. A lot of people didn't want it, but that's what it took place. And we were Pakistan. And then after a while, we were East Pakistan and the Pakistan was West Pakistan. So the East Pakistan people said the West Pakistan people took control over these people and were oppressing and weren't fair towards the East Pakistani people's right and the Bengali people's right. I understand which is true to some basis, and that's why Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman decided to split the country through the help of India. And then finally, after winning a war in 1971, which was like 50 years ago, it seems like we as a nation don't support people who are Muslim minded, organizations who are Islamic minded. Forget about Pakistan, they're far away across India, you know. Nobody's speaking Urdu over here. আমি বাংলায় কথা বলি. But I don't understand the fact, what is wrong with the government? What is wrong with Awami League not supporting the Islamic parties and saying that these parties are the one who obstructed Bangladesh to get its liberation, who are the secret Pakistani agencies? How come they all speak Bengali? How come they all live in Bangladesh? How come they all are Muslims? And they are all our people from the 64 districts of our country. And Awami League is trying to execute these type of parties inside Bangladesh. For what reason? Whereas it's supporting the Indian government, which is anti-Islamic. On what basis? This is totally a breach of security and safety. It's an absolute breach of security and safety. 100% of the Bangladeshi population is not safe to hold their own grounds, regardless of the 5 to 10% non-Muslim population, and we have absolutely no problem of them living in Bangladesh because it's a free secular country. But why would Awami League government try to execute, try to oppress the political parties which support Islam and Muslims and are our people? On what basis? And whereas all the powerful posts in the country are filled with Sheikh Hasina and Mujibur Rahman's family relatives, how come all the important positions in Bangladesh, everywhere, it has something to do with Gopalganj, it has something to do with Mujibur Rahman's family, it has something to do with Sheikh Hasina? I understand that Mujibur Rahman was the leader during the 1971 Liberation War. But how come every other important position in the country is held by somebody from his family? How is it possible? And why would it happen this way? How come all other people are not given a chance to lead the people of Bangladesh? If Awami League was so important and so righteous, how come Mujibur Rahman got killed by the people of Awami League in the night of 14th August, which is actually the morning of 15th August 1975? The problem is not India. The problem is not Pakistan. The problem is not Islam. The problem is not non-Muslims. The problem is Mujibur Rahman, our father of the nation, who really helped us to make this country which we have today. And it's a beautiful country, and it's a very good country, started supporting communism, wanted to make Bakshal. That's why he got taken over by his own people, and nobody knew what really happened. Till now, people who killed him have either died or are roaming around freely, and all of them have not been jailed. But they really actually don't know that why he actually got killed. Another thing to consider, there's nothing wrong Muslims to have Khilafat, Muslims to have Sultanate, Muslims to have Emirates, because that is how we have been used to of ruling our land by the will of our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We are Muslims and that is how we live, and that is how we are instructed to live. There's nothing wrong Bangladesh and Muslims wanting to have Khilafat, whereas 95% of the population are Muslims. Because it's democracy, it's capitalism, okay? Whatever the majority people wants, whatever the people wants, that is how the country is shaped and made. That is how amendments are brought. Then what is the problem to make Bangladesh governed deeply with Islamic laws? What is the problem for Bangladesh to be led by Muslim leaders, to be led by Muslim parties, to be led by the Sunnahs? There is nothing wrong. Anybody who supports La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah has no problem being our leader. But anybody who doesn't, there is a big problem. Anybody who supports La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the righteous one, is in the right path. No matter what is happening, one day they will come to the absolute good path. Whoever is not in the path of the belief and is not in the path of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not in the absolutely right path. We have to get away from this mentality that we can let the Islamic parties rule Bangladesh and Awami League or BNP has to come and become our member of parliaments and our ministers and our prime minister. Forget about Pakistan. It's been 50 years. It's an old story. It's a new world right now. It's a new time. I wasn't even born when Pakistan was there. I was born in Bangladesh. I have a Bangladeshi passport. I am Bangladeshi and I speak Bengali. My mom, dad, my grandparents, everybody is Bangladeshi. Everybody speaks Bengali. Everybody is Muslim. We have to promote the Islamic political parties in Bangladesh. We have to let them take the charge. We have to let them govern our country for our own good. If we don't let it, we are just doing our own destruction. Because the Islamic political parties are the righteous political parties who can take the lead of Bangladesh. No other people can take the lead because they are not strong enough. They are corrupted, they can't take the pressure. They think selfish. If you want somebody in the government, you want them to be selfless. You want them to think about their people first and forget about themselves. Think about them later. They have to be strong enough to think about the people, not about themselves. Awami League and BNP are governments, our people, who are selfish, who are corrupted, who think about themselves first rather than thinking about their own people. They're uneducated. They don't know how to run a nation, what to do and what not to do. They're failing to run a country properly. It is always going to be hard to run a country. No matter the country is new, the country is old. But we should let the Islamic political parties come forward. We should promote them and we should let them take the power. We should vote for them. We shouldn't vote for Awami League or BNP. Has nothing to do with our country. I understand that Bangladesh was made under the government of Awami League, under the power of Awami League, but everybody fought for it, and it's a free country today. We can't just keep relying on Awami League or BNP. We really have to give chance to people who are really Muslims and who care about the Muslims in Bangladesh. Who's gonna keep Bangladeshi people first and forget about the rest of the people? Who's not gonna think what Sheikh Hasina thinks, what Khaleda Zia thinks, what the political party leader thinks? You know, they are gonna think what the simplest class of people of Bangladesh think. What a mother of Bangladesh think for his children. What a father of Bangladesh thinks for his children and his wife and his family. We have to stop bootlicking for our so-called central political party leaders. This is democracy. They don't rule us. We rule them. We don't work for them. They work for us. We make the government. They don't make the government. They can be powerful and they can be significantly renowned, but it has nothing to do with the leadership of our country. The leaders of our country should be the people who actually feel for the people of our country, who have love for the people of our country, who just doesn't think about his own, who just doesn't want to make money, who are selfless, and they want to be in the front and do something for the people of our country. And those people are the Muslims, are the Muslim political parties who are selfless in their belief that they're going to do something good for Bangladesh. I will end my life here, but my talks aren't over in this life. I will come back one more time, but it is high time people should understand who should be our leader and who should not be our leader. Thank you so much.